Alright, hello guys and girls, this is Example, and today I'm bringing to you the cow tube. That's right, the cow tube. It is 3 by 3 by 6, I guess that's 3 wide, 3 deep, 6 high. And it's a very interesting design. It's a budget version of a cow breeder cooker. Very, very simple, quite easy to make. The resources you're going to need to get, well, you're going to have to get a few hoppers. That's probably going to be the hardest thing, and the glass. Of course, lava is easy to find, and so is water. You also need to make a couple of buckets, but apart from that, it's a pretty simple design. Now, we'll quickly get to show you how this works in a little snap of our fingers. Okay, so what we need to do is just show you how this works. Now, we have two dispensers here, one with water in it, and the other one has a bucket of lava in it. And what happens is when we hit this button, they switch. So the water comes out and the lava goes away. That's so simple, right? One button does both. So now it's in breeder mode. What we can do then is switch it again and it turns back to cooking mode. So very, very simple design, very, very easy to make. Let's go quickly take a look at the different layers here. Alright, starting at level 1. We have a 3 by 3 footprint here. We have a solid block, a chest, and another solid block, and all these hoppers here are facing in towards this chest. And so any item that drops onto these is going to end up in that chest right there. The second layer is a solid block here, a block of glass. Now, we need the glass there so we can open the chest, and it's also quite nice to be able to see inside. We have another solid block here, and then we've got glass panes, which go all the way around these hoppers like this. And on this particular pane of glass here, I have placed a sign. That sign there is quite important. Alright, going to level 3. We have a solid block here, and we have a dispenser, which has a bucket of lava in it. We have another solid block, and that dispenser is facing in towards the center here, so it's going to drop lava out this way. We've got panes of glass again around here like this, connecting into that block there. And then the fourth layer, we have a solid block here. We have another solid block here, but we have a button on it this time. We have panes of glass going around again, but this time we've also placed a cobble fence post right there. That's pretty much, I don't know if you can see that. We're going to build this in a second, so I'll show you how to place this in a second. And then the fifth layer is a solid block here, another dispenser. This one has water in it, and it's facing in towards the center again. Another solid block and panes of glass around the outside like that. And to be honest, this is a really simple design. It's not the smallest by any means, but it's definitely a very, very efficient one, and it's kind of almost foolproof. And then the final layer, we've got a solid block here, solid block here, solid block here, and then some more fence, some more glass panes all the way around like that. And that's where we push our cows into. Well, I guess we should try and do this a bit later on and show you how to get cows in there. It's actually quite a mission, but once you get them in there, it's all good. Alright, so I guess we should go ahead and build one, and we're going to do that over here. Alright, well here's our slab we're going to build on. It's a 3 by 3 slab. It's only 1 high, but this is pretty much where we're going to start. Now our parts list, what we're going to need is 20 glass panes, 10 blocks of some kind, 6 hoppers, 2 dispensers, 1 cobblestone wall, 1 chest, 1 sign, 1 button, 1 block of glass, 1 bucket of water, and 1 bucket of lava. Of course you're going to need cows. We're going to cheat and use spawn some cows in, but we'll show you how to load them in properly in a little bit. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to start with the bottom layer, and we're going to need our chest like so, and we're going to break these blocks here, and these are going to be the collection, well, the collection area. We're going to collect the drop, so we place, holding down shift, a hopper into there and another one into there, and the hoppers on each side are going to be joined into these two here like this. You can configure these how you want, but they all need to be able to flow directly into this chest. Alright, that's layer 1 done. Now the next layer, we're going to need our block of glass, so we're going to place that on top of the chest, and we're going to place 2 solid blocks next to it like that, and then we're going to grab our panes of glass, and we are going to go by holding down shift, place these all around like so, like that, and then we need our sign, and the sign needs to be placed on the back pane of glass here. So we're going to hold, well, don't have to hold it, place it there. Done. And there's a second layer done. Alright, so we're going to do the third layer, and the third layer is pretty much a dispenser facing towards the center like that, and we're going to place our bucket of lava inside there, and then we're going to place 2 blocks either side of that, and then we're going to put our glass panes around the outside like so. There we go. And the fourth layer is a solid block here and a solid block there, and we're going to place a button on the side of this block. You can place it on the other side if you want, but I'm going to place it there, and that is pretty much that bit done. Then we need to put glass around the top like this, like so, and then we also need to put our cobble fence post in here, and I'm just going to place it against the side of the button by holding down shift so I don't actually set it off, and then I can place that there like that, or you can probably just place it against the glass pane at the back there and it'll do the same thing. Alright, so that's the fourth layer done. Now the fifth layer, we're going to place a solid block here, and then we're going to place our other dispenser right here next to it facing inwards like that, and inside that one we're going to place a water, but not just yet. Alright, so we're going to place another solid block here, and then we're going to place panes of glass around the outside like this. There we go. And what we need to do is we need to actually push this button and make the lava come out. So the lava is out, and it's important to do that, and then we can put our bucket of water in, so that when we hit the switch again, the lava goes off and the water comes out. And that's pretty much it, just a really simple on-off, which switches between lava and water. Alright, so let's leave the lava on, and we're going to do the final layer now, and we're nearly done. So we're going to place solid blocks across the top like that, and then some more panes of glass around the outside like so, and that is it. That is it. That's it. It's simple as that. That's the design. It's done. It's built. Now we need to get our cows in here. Now it's actually quite difficult because of the hitboxes of these glass panes here. We kind of need to be a little bit careful how we get our cows in there. Now I would suggest probably building a temporary little funnel to get your cows in there. It's going to be a bit of a mission, I'm telling you. So you'd probably use a rail and bring the cows up here somehow, and then break the cart and push them down the hole. They are going to end up standing on top of each other's heads, so I'd probably go up a little bit higher, just temporarily, and do something like this. It's like so you have your rail come up here, you would stop it about there somewhere, you'd have some special little guide rails here like that, so your cart would come here, the cart would stop, and you'd break the cart, and then you push the cow down the hole, and the cow will stay in there quite nicely. Let's just try that right now. So if I grab a cart, and we have got our cow into our cart. Can I do this? Move, cow. Alright, anyway, the cow went down the hole. Typical. Yep, just stay there. Stay there, buddy. Stay there. Stay there. There we go. So the cart would go to there, it would stop, you'd break that cart, and then you push your cow, and then down the hole it will go. Once you've done that, you can break all this temporary scaffolding and building stuff like that. There we go. And there's 2 cows in the hole. All right, it's a little bit of a mission. These cows are going to be horrible to get in there, but once they're in there, and they stay there, so that's pretty good. So that's pretty much it. We switch from breeding mode to cooking mode, and that is pretty much the design done. So anyway, let's go back over here, and we shall take a look at this one over here. So we've just gone through a cooking cycle by the looks of it. We've cooked our cows, and the drops have made their way in there. And so to breed them up, we switch to breed mode, and we go up here with our wheat. Let's find some wheat. Breed up our cows. By the way, don't fall down the hole. You'll never get out. You'll never get out alive. Alright. And so the baby cows, they drop down here like that. Once they've stopped jumping around, because they need to stop jumping around, you can switch the mode to cooking mode, like so. Alright. The cows stop jumping up and down. That reduces lag. These little guys here aren't going to jump up and down. They're going to stay there. And when they grow up into adults, they will get cooked in the lava, and their drops will make their way into the chest. That's that simple. Really? That simple. It's a pretty simple design. I thought I'd bring this to your attention because some of you may be restricted for space. You may have some height, but not a very large room. And it's a very simple design to make. There's not much to it. There's no redstone really. It's just a little bit of redstone in the dispensers. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, you just need to get some iron and some wood and some sand to turn into glass, and you're on your way. Pretty simple idea. I thought this is pretty neat. Yeah, so we're going to wait here for a little bit for these cows to grow up, and we'll see them materialize into cooked steak and leather. Alright, our cows are growing up, and here we go. We're going to take a little look. What is inside the chest? And more meat! More leather! Nice. Alright, so we haven't lost anything. Can't see anything out the side here. Looks pretty good. Now, the only downside to this design, I think, you may have trouble. I don't know if this will happen or not. Because they are glass panes, these cows may or may not be able to glitch through them. Now, technically they shouldn't be able to glitch through because it is a solid item and the cows are locked inside. But every now and then, because of the game mechanics, some things do cause cows to glitch through. So, possibly you could use, instead of glass, iron fences. Iron fences work just the same. And they also interconnect. So for example, we could just break that and throw some around the top, right? So that's where our cows are. We could do this and our cows would be locked in place. So we'd do our second layer, or the final layer of fences, and our cows will be locked inside there. So that is one way of possibly getting around the problem. Yeah, so they join up quite nicely, right? Right. So that's something to think about. I can't really see any other, downsides to this design. Yeah, apart from its height, it is quite high. It's 6 blocks high. Apart from that, it's pretty good. I like it. Alright, so before we go, there's one last thing we need to sort of think about. How do you get to the top of this farm? Well, I'd suggest you grab some ladders and place them up front like this. Now, the ladders have a hitbox which is quite tiny. It does increase the size of the footprint, but the thing is, right, you still need to get up to the top. So ladders, that's your choice. So once you've done the ladder thing, you can climb up to the top, but once you get to the top, do not fall down the hole, because I don't know how you're going to get out of there. You'd probably be able to end the pearl out, but because cows are quite high, you may have trouble getting out. Anyway, that's how you get around this problem. Put some ladders up the front. Now you can put a solid block in this gap here and put the button on the front. That should power those two dispensers. Let's actually try that right now. So we put a solid block there, and we'll grab our button. And as it's going dark, we hit that switch, and you can hear the water's changed, the lava's gone off, and vice versa. So that works just fine. So that's another option for you. You can do it like that, and that sort of makes things look a little bit tidier. And anyway, that's up to you. Alright, so I will catch you next time. Later.